to my channel. So today's video is going to be a story time video, and the story that I'm going to be telling today is why I left Sephora. I started working at Sephora March 15th 2016. I wasn't getting that many hours. I got hired with two other girls. They were getting more hours than I was, but I really wasn't tripping about it because I was in love with Sephora. Like, my family told me so many times to just quit and get another job. Why would I leave my dream job? Like, why would I ever leave Sephora? Like, this is what I want to do. I want to do makeup. Like, I love makeup. Okay, an intricate part of this story is my once upon a time best friend, because I like Riverdale and Gossip Girl, and she was my best friend. She was the A to my C, so we're gonna call her A. So A had gotten hired while I was on my maternity leave. I felt like I was always given the least amount of hours, and it was always for some reason. I always felt like the cards were stacked against me. They were not in my favor. Time passed, and once again I felt like, oh, you know, other people closing by themselves, but I wasn't. And it was just one reason or another why I wasn't excelling there. And I felt like, you know, like I was just always at a disadvantage. I was always behind my peers, the people that I started at the same time with, people who were there after me. But it came time for, like, you know, there was talk of getting certified, and I wanted to be certified, but I came into work one day and A was being certified. I was told by my education manager, you know, wanted A to be certified over you. She felt that she was more ready, blah blah blah. So A was being trained to be certified. I was just sitting there feeling very confused and like bad about myself. And at that point I had to get another job because I really needed money. I had to support me and my kids by myself at this time. I was working full-time hours, and I tell y'all, I would work from sun up to sun up the next day. I would go to work at like 1, sometimes even 3, 5, whatever. Get off at 9, then go to my other job at 10. Don't get off till like 7, sometimes 8 in the morning, and then do the same thing over again some days. Like, I literally was working non-stop. And mind you, I still did not have a car at this point. So I literally was breaking my back to provide for me and my kids. But did I want to give up Sephora? I did not. But when that happened with not getting certified, I feel like that probably was the beginning of the end for me, because I was just thinking, like, why wasn't I considered to be certified? Like, I've been here long enough. I was told 90 days. You know, like, it really ate away at my confidence. Like, I just felt like my makeup wasn't good enough. Like, there was sometimes I felt like I didn't want to do makeup anymore. Like, I just want to stay away from makeup. Like, I was turned off from makeup all the way. And I did not like feeling like that, because as people know, I love makeup. Basically, it came out that Sabrina didn't choose A. Rather, the education manager suggested her. And I felt some type of way about that. I trained to get certified. Alas, the day came. I ended up passing my certification. So I was certified to do makeup at Sephora. A also got certified. So We both trained at the same time, both got certified at the same time. Matter of fact, on the same day. But fast forward a couple of months, and things just really weren't good for me. I constantly felt like I was in a shadow. My confidence really started to get affected because even though I was certified, I didn't do as many makeovers as her. From there, I always just felt like the second fiddle. Like she was the favorite, and it just got worse and worse and worse. But yeah, so A was always scheduled to close on Fridays with the beauty manager, and like she would always know stuff. Like she would be like, oh my god, like blah blah blah, this happened. And like, don't get me wrong, like I'm not bashing A. This was my best friend, and like I do miss her sometimes, but how everything happened, it just, I don't know if we could ever be friends again, because it was just a lot of shady stuff. But it was just like, oh well, you know, did you hear that, like hear about this? And I'm like, no, I didn't hear about that. How did you hear about that? Oh, I saw this and I did that, and I just kind of was feeling some type of way. The cherry on top of the cake of me leaving, like the thing that wrapped it up in a pretty little bow, was the day that I got my car. A came up to me, like I was excited, like I have a car, because at that point I brought the car, but the car was still at the dealership because I didn't have my license, and I couldn't finish filling out the paperwork because I had to get to work. But I had a car, so I was excited. And but when I got to work, it was just like, oh well, the beauty manager said that you always look tired, and like your under eye concealer be looking crazy, messed up, just whatever. So the beauty manager made it so I couldn't do custom makeovers anymore, which is what I got certified to do. And that really put a damper on my whole day. Like my whole mood had changed, and just whatever. And it's like I already was feeling like A was the favorite because she was just getting more opportunities than I was. Like she was doing more than I was. She was the CEL like all the time. If it was me and her, she would be the CEL, even though I was there longer. But so when she told me that, I was just feeling some type of way, and I really started to not like going to work. Talked to the beauty manager about what was said, and it was like, oh no, I just think that you be tired, and it was true, I would be tired, but I felt like it always was like, if I came in having a bad makeup day, oh look at Courtney, she's having a bad makeup day again, like oh my god, like she needs to get it together. But if A came in having a bad makeup day, nothing was said. And like I said that, and it got brought up. Okay, when I got my income tax, I treated myself to a shopping spree at Sephora. The thing was, I had to get to work, but I already knew what I wanted, and I had a few minutes left before I had to clock in. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just get it before I have to clock in, because you can't buy it on the clock, which I think is so dumb. Like, let me shop. But I was just like, okay, I'm gonna hurry up and buy this stuff and then go put it up, clock on, whatever. Long story short, I was running late trying to buy the stuff because so many things kept happening. So I was like, my train of thought was, I'm already late, so why not buy my stuff? Yo, this was over $1,600 worth of stuff, and that profit went to our sales. So like, that was my money. I could have did something else with that money. Like, I wish I would have known what I know now. Like, I would have did something else with that money. But anywho, I digress with that. So I I was just like, I was already late, so I might as well get my stuff, because it wouldn't make sense for me to be late and not even get my stuff. But yeah, so I was like, it you know, it just didn't make sense to me, and I didn't think of it as being like that big of a deal. So lo and behold, while we was having this conversation about what was said, like that came out, because the beauty manager wasn't even there when this happened. They were told by the education manager, who I felt like was just so messy. Like, what she did on my last day basically made me feel like I made the right decision. So, but I'm gonna get to that. So it was like the beauty manager was basically telling me, because of that, it almost seemed like I didn't care. I don't care about Sephora. Like, I don't care about my job. Like, I didn't, like, I just didn't understand that. Like, how is that making, you know, how is that making it seem like I didn't care? Whatever. So it was like, okay, at this point, we talked about it, and it was supposed to change. Like, the favoritism that, you know, I spoke up about, it was supposed to change. So, I mean, I did do makeovers and everything, but I felt like it was more like, oh, I'm going to throw this dog a bone type of thing. So, I'm thinking things are going to change. It's going to get better. It didn't. The favoritism did not get better. Like, I felt like I was throwing a bone, like, oh, well, you know, here's a makeover, blah, blah, blah. Like, after that situation, it was like, here's the makeover, just so you could shut up and, like, not really, you know, feel like there's favoritism, just whatever. They had to basically do retrofit, where it's like they change things in the store, like they get new things and move things out. Basically, they're doing planograms. I've done planograms by myself. Nailed in the coffin. When retrofit came around, I was told that it was going to be the operations manager, the beauty manager, and basically moving things around, actually doing the planograms. And I was coming in during regular store hours to basically be a cashier. And I really felt some type of way about that, because somebody was going to have to basically step up while the operation manager was out. And I just knew in my heart it was going to be A. And I just could not accept that. I started to feel like I'm not good at makeup. I can't do this. Like, I don't want to be a makeup artist no more, because I can't do it. Like, I'm not good at it. And sometimes I still feel that way. And it made it so, like, I didn't want to do makeup. Not even on myself. Like, I felt as if my makeup needed to be like this, like Instagram worthy. Like, oh, I needed to be an Instagram baddie or whatever. And I wasn't up to task. Now, mind you, I was giving my all. Like, I do it everything. Like, I really felt like I was giving my all, and it just wasn't good enough. And when you feel like that, that is a horrible feeling. Like, you start to feel like trash, like you're not anything. When you keep doing all you can do, and somebody basically doesn't see it and or brushes it aside or whatever, or put somebody before you. When I felt like I was lacking and I just wasn't good enough, it really hurt me. And like I said, like, this was my best friend, so I felt like, you know, you want to be happy for this person. You don't want to bring this person down or, you know, have any beef with this person, because, like, that's your friend. But I always felt like I just wasn't good enough, and like I was always being passed up for her. The education manager, like, I felt like she was the worst with it. Like, it was her job to educate us. So A would get educated, and then it was just like, oh, well, A could educate you, Courtney. Like, that's not her job description. Like, I am supposed to get my education from you. And like, once again, I felt like she was superior, because it was like, okay, she's educating me now. And I really felt like I did a good job, Mr. Four. Like, my makeup wasn't always on point, like every single day, but I would do good makeup. I know how to do makeup. And I was always on top of the trends. Like, I would know when all the new makeup is coming out. I really felt like I was just pushed to the back burner. So back to, like, with the education manager, there was this one week she literally called out like every single day. She took the whole week off because of her back or something. She wasn't feeling well. So after the whole thing happened with retrofit, and I just felt like that was the end for me. Like, that was the final straw. Like, I just couldn't be there anymore. This wing is thicker than a Snicker right now. But yeah, before I do the other eye, so she was out for like a whole week. And so towards the end, like the very last days of my time at Sephora, I really was not feeling it. So like, I would leave early and everything because I just wasn't feeling good. I was tired because I was still working my other job full time, and at that point I started to have my kids more. Like, I had to watch my kids more, and they come before anything. That last day there, it was St. Patrick's Day. I just couldn't, like, as soon as I went in there, my mood just dropped. I did not want to be there. Like, I just could not. I felt so drained. I felt my energy basically just leave my body. I couldn't smile, nothing. Like, I could not interact with my clients how I normally would, because I just was like, I can't do it. Even though I basically pulled an LOD to the side and was like, I need to go home. And she was like, did you tell, the other people, the other girls, blah, blah, blah? And I was like, no. And I didn't, because it was like the energy was just so bad I couldn't talk to them. So she went to every single last one of them that was on the floor and told them, Courtney needs to go home. The education manager, how she was looking at me, she was just like whatever. Like, she was just over it, like rolling her eyes, just shaking her head. Mind you, when she needed to leave or when she needed to take off, it wasn't a problem. But let somebody else not feel well and have to go, and it was just like, oh my God, like blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Girl, bye. I left. And I tell you, as soon as I got out of there, I felt 100 times better. It was just like, I felt relieved, like stress was just off my shoulder. So the beauty manager texted me like later on that day, and who was supposed to be my best friend, texted me later on that day too, was asking if I was alright. I ignored it because I was over it. And so I made up my mind that once I left there, I was not going back. I wasn't going back as an employee. I could not work there. I had to choose myself, for myself and for my kids. Like, having my energy drop like that isn't good for me, because my depression will eat me alive. When I am depressed and having so many things going on and I get down like that, I will stay there. Like, I literally have to drag myself from that place. And now, with dealing with it for so long, I know when to stop it before it gets too far. And it was getting too far. It was affecting my self-confidence. So I'm steady working on my confidence, and staying there any longer would not have done that. And I knew in my heart that I wasn't going to move up because of favoritism. And I couldn't support myself on just that one job, and working 2 jobs was not going to happen. I had to put my kids first. It came time for me to basically become a full-time parent again, and I had to choose where my money was coming from. and I wasn't getting paid enough or really getting any experience because I wasn't doing makeovers. I didn't walk out there feeling like I'm a makeup artist. I got this. Like, yes, my makeup is bomb. Like, I didn't walk out there feeling like a makeup artist. I walked out there feeling like crap. I basically texted the beauty manager, told them I wasn't coming back. I didn't get a reply. My birthday was on the 25th. My birthday came, and I posted a lot. Y'all could look at my Instagram feed. I posted a lot for my birthday. So I was on Snapchat. I was on Instagram. They follow me on Snapchat, Instagram. It even follows me on Facebook. When I tell y'all I did not get any happy birthday at all. And that really hurt me. Like, I thought it was my best friend, but some shady stuff happened and we didn't talk after that. So yeah, I mean, it just is what it is at this point. I hold no hard feelings, but this is the final look, and that is the story of why I love Sephora. And like, this is nothing bad against any of the people who work there. Like, I was so grateful to have worked there for as long as I did. I learned so much. I got so much makeup. Like, I was able to work with something that I love, and it's a lesson learned. Everything happens for a reason. It just is what it is. Yeah, like, I still love Sephora. Sephora is still my store. I will always be a Sephora girl. It just wasn't meant for me to work there any longer. And I am happy with my decision. I don't really regret it. I mean, I'm still going to buy makeup and be me at the end of the day, but it's not really good to stay somewhere where you feel underappreciated or just pushed to the side, like feeling bad about yourself. You should always have confidence in yourself, and that's what I'm trying to build and keep confidence in myself. So with that being said, I am grateful for where I'm at. I'm continuing to grow day by day, and I'm excited to see where this journey takes me. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.